As we drive around Kelowna through neighborhoods that are steeped in history, we wonder how much we actually know about days gone by. Today we're visiting the downtown area to learn more about the past and one of the city's first neighborhoods. It's a chance to leave the vehicle behind and take part in a heritage walking tour.
What's important with heritage is to know what and how our city was developed and why people even came to Kelowna, and to find that there's neighborhoods that still retain some of the original homes that were built. And we have homes on Bernard Lawrence dating back to 1901, so before the city was actually founded. This is the Lucky House, and it was built in 1906. The gentleman was one of the original city councillors, and I think it's really a blast from the past to see it in such a remarkable shape.
The self-guided tour is part of an initiative through the Kelowna South Central Association of Neighborhoods. It includes a brochure that showcases the history of 32 heritage buildings along a 2-block radius on Bernard and Lawrence Avenues. To help identify each building, there are also informative plaques on the front lawns outlining their key features and history.
We found that they were a majority was in favor of actually putting a sign to correspond with the brochure so that it could be a coordinated one-size-fits-all. And it's typical of what the homestead or a simple home would have been built. And this is 1901 in Kelowna. This is one of our first homes in our area. And what we think is so important about all this is that it's still standing, and the connection that we have from a lot of our English immigrants that came in.
This was one of the key neighborhoods in the formation of the city when it was incorporated in 1909. As you learn more about the area, it's surprising to discover the rich history it holds.
Who knew that there's 4 mayors that were on our street of Bernard Lawrence? 2 premiers. Bill Bennett was born in the house up the street, which we'll be viewing. We've had city engineers and city planners, people who ran drugstores and hardware stores, the original commerce of our local downtown area. The connection to the history of downtown Kelowna with the Bennett family being here. W.A.C. Bennett and his wife May rented this home. Bill, their son, who also became premier of our province, resided in the home. And as a youngster, then they moved over to their farm on Ethel Street. Our eclectic neighborhood has some of the original craftsmen's homes, which now are being built at Kettle Valley and various places, you know, the copycats we call them. And yet we have 2 of the most original craftsman homes here on Bernard and Lawrence, and still standing with the front exterior exactly as they were built. That used to be the limits of town and the outskirts, you know, and here we are, a prominent main street. This street was the highway going all the way down to the ferry docks. This is the main access to town. This is where people lived and did commerce. This was where their businesses were.
The self-guided heritage walking tour brochures are available at the Kelowna Information Center, Heritage Museum, Father Pandozzi Mission, and City Hall. For more information about Kasan, visit their website at ksan-kelowna.ca. Reporting in Kelowna for Quality Assured Collision Road Trip, I'm Brendan Osborne.